me. Let's go.
Okay. Alright, so hi, I'm Rachel Swigert. Today I'm going to be talking about the specific events that happened in May 2000. May 2000 is when I was born. I was born particularly on the 22nd. Now, I know the year 2000 was a pretty big year. This was a year that a lot of people were scared of. They didn't think that we were going to make it past 2000, but it's 2019 and we're still here today. And then May is the month that's associated with spring and rain. So I'm going to be analyzing May in 2000. And after a lot of research, I found out that there was a lot that happened in May 2000. There was a lot of highs and lows, and I'm going to go through some of those with you guys today. Now, the weather of that year. For May in general, it's pretty average. There's not very high temperatures or low. There's a lot of rain. That was typically what it was like for May. There was one day, however, May 7th to be exact, that the temperature reached a high of 87 degrees Fahrenheit, which is extremely hot for May. And surprisingly, it only rained 4 days out of the whole entire month of May. So music-wise for May, the #1 Billboard hit was Maria Maria by Santana. On May 23rd, Eminem released his 3rd studio album, which eventually ended up winning a Grammy for the Best Rap Album in 2001. This album was called Marshall Mathers LB, and it was the fastest ever studio album. In May of 2000, it was the 35th Academy of Country Music Awards. Shania Twain, Faith Hill, and Tim McGraw all ended up winning. Now, I told you guys the #1 Billboard hit all across the boards, but the #1 country hit was by Kenny Rogers. And it got first it was his first #1 in over 13 years. It was called Buy Me a Rose, and it topped the charts in May. At 61, Rogers became the oldest artist to achieve a #1 country hit. Now, sports-wise, there was also a lot that happened in May. Barry Bonds, I don't know if you guys know him, but he was the first MLB player to hit a home run in San Francisco Bay during May, and the Giants ended up beating the Mets 10-3. In May, geocaching was created as a sport. The first catch was placed and coordinates from the GPS were posted. Also, the 126th Kentucky Derby went on this year. Kent DeSormick rode on Pegasus, and he ended up winning. The English FA Cup final was in May 2000, and it was in London. Chelsea ended up beating Aston Villa 1-0, and the one was scored by Roberto Di Matteo in the 73rd minute of the game. Lastly, the NHL Eastern Conference Final was in May. The New Jersey Devils ended up beating Philadelphia Flyers 4-3. Now, that was a lot of the majority, I tried to hit a lot of the major categories. The one that I did not hit yet is the different politics that ended up going on during May. So far, we've had a lot of good news. This is where we get into the bad news, of course, with politics. So in May of 2000, this is when the president of the Philippines declared that there was a state of rebellion due to the supporters of her preceding president storming the palace. Bill Clinton announced that the GPS was no longer restricted to the US military. It was open to the public, which is a very good thing and obviously made a huge impact, especially in our lives today, as the GPS plays a huge role in everything that we do. In May, that is when India's population officially reached 1 billion. May also was the month of a rare astronomical event. This was a conjunction of the 7 traditional celestial bodies. A conjunction is when they are all in line. So during May, all 7 of the planets that we consider traditional lined up, and this is the first time that it happened in a while. Vladimir Putin got inaugurated as the president of Russia, and Princess Margaret of the Netherlands unveiled the Man with Two Hats monument in Ottawa. This monument symbolically represented the Netherlands and Canada being linked together after Canada's assistance throughout World War II. And lastly, on May 25th, it was Liberation Day in Lebanon. Israel withdrew its army from most of the Lebanese territory after 22 years of their first invasion. Now, this is obviously just a few of the things that went on during May of the year 2000, but I tried to hit some of the major categories and to give you guys an overall summary. I hope you enjoyed watching my video, and I look forward to watching the rest of your guys's.